And even outstanding citizens with its Salute to Heroes award program. And Kenny, you had a chance to meet a truly incredible man.
Yeah, you said it. This evening's hero served our country last decade in a war zone. Now he's focused on helping his fellow service members with their own mental health. Meet Chris Kerwin. At first glance, this is just a group of people walking around Greensboro on a mid-September morning. But for Marine Chris Kerwin, this is about helping fellow veterans and about addressing a major problem on the 20th anniversary of 9/11, no less.
I signed up because of the wars that were instigated after what happened on September 11th, 20 years ago. And many of us also did that here. So we found it to be a really perfect fit for this day.
Kerwin is a Western Guilford grad who joined the Marines at age 19. He was a radio operator in a truck platoon in Afghanistan. Part of his job was to sweep for improvised explosive devices. He calls his service the greatest time of his life.
A lot of great memories came from there, a lot of hardships that made me into the person I am today.
He served almost 3 full years, and just a few weeks after entering civilian life, he was back at work and back at school.
Day-to-day life, post-Afghanistan is just really all about routines for me. It's important for me to stay in a routine. Once I get out of my routine is really where I start to feel the different struggles and the different things that we carried with us.
His post-war struggles got worse when he learned 2 of his fellow Marines had taken their own lives after they got out. Their names are etched into this bracelet.
In the Marine Corps, if somebody gets shot, you have a direct, you know what to do. When somebody commits suicide, you're lost.
Does the average person understand how challenging that time can be?
Probably not, but a lot of people can empathize. I know a lot of people who are just itching for an opportunity to help a veteran, but it's the veteran that has to choose the help.
That's where this walk comes in. It's called the Hump for the 22, and that number is significant. A 2012 VA report estimated 22 veterans died from suicide every day in the year 2010. These walkers, all veterans, spent this past September 11th walking 22 kilometers wearing 22-pound military packs. They have events like this all over the country. Since 2019, Chris is one of the local organizers.
We just talk about the old days. We just talk about whatever it is, sharing war stories, having a good time. And that community and that connectivity with veterans, it's irreplaceable. It's really what we're trying to find. Once we get out, it's what we need. We want to create an environment where veterans feel comfortable, and that environment is always sacred amongst veterans.
Do you think this event has saved at least one life?
I hope so. And if it hasn't, I hope it's going to continue to. You never really know, right? Because the conversation that you have with somebody for 2 or 3 minutes might have been the conversation that walked them off the ledge, but they may have never told you.
A quick note about that statistic: 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Several more recent studies suggest that number is actually quite a bit lower. And the VA report from 2012 even said that number should be interpreted with caution. Either way, the veteran population is unquestionably committing suicide at a much higher rate than the general population. Chris Kerwin says the number 22 has become symbolic of the problem, and addressing it is what's most important.